Did you know that some of cinema's highest-grossing thrillers and most critically acclaimed masterpieces draw their power from breaking the ultimate social boundary, the family line? Screenwriters use these taboo dynamics to shock our core assumptions about loyalty, protection, and love. Today, we are diving deep into 13 unforgettable films where characters completely cross the line within their own households. From psychological warfare to dark, hidden secrets, these movies push family drama to the absolute edge. Let us count down these boundary-shattering deep dives. Number 1, Close, 2022. We begin with a devastatingly beautiful film that shows how easily the innocent lines of childhood can be shattered by outside pressure. Close follows Leo and Remy, two 13-year-old boys whose intense telepathic friendship feels exactly like brotherhood. They share everything, drifting through idyllic summer days in total emotional synchronization. But when they enter high school, the harsh judgment and taunts of their peers force Leo to suddenly build a wall between them. This abrupt betrayal of their emotional bond fractures their world completely, leading to a heartbreaking exploration of grief and guilt that proves crossing an emotional line can have permanent, tragic consequences. Number 2, Taboo, Gohado, 1999. Directed by the legendary Nagisa Oshima, this historical drama takes us deep into a strictly structured military family of 19th-century samurai. The rigid sacred boundaries of this brotherhood are thrown into absolute chaos when a beautiful young recruit named Sozaburo arrives. Instead of maintaining martial discipline, his presence ignites a volatile wave of forbidden attraction, toxic jealousy, and whispered rumors among the warriors. The film becomes a tense, atmospheric look at how suppressed desires can cause elite protectors to cross the line into betrayal, turning a brotherhood into a deadly den of psychological warfare. Number 3, The House of Yes, 1997. If you want to see a family dynamic that is completely, delightfully unhinged, look no further than this pitch-black Thanksgiving comedy. The story centers on Jackie O, a deeply unstable young woman who is dangerously obsessed with the historical figure of Jackie Kennedy. When her brother returns home to the family mansion with his sweet, normal new fiancée, the household erupts into chaos. Jackie O refuses to let go of her brother, unleashing an incredibly unhealthy, intensely codependent sibling bond. The film brilliantly exposes the dark, highly inappropriate psychological lines a wealthy, isolated family will cross just to keep their secrets inside the house. Number 4, May-December 2023. This sharp psychological drama looks at the lingering trauma of a relationship that crossed legal and moral boundaries decades prior. An actress arrives at a quiet suburban home to study a married couple whose scandalous massive age gap affair captured national headlines 20 years ago. As the actress interviews the family, the fragile piece of the household begins to unravel. The movie acts as a fascinating clinical dissection of a marriage built on a taboo foundation, showing how the characters cross emotional lines and manipulate one another just to maintain the illusion of a normal family life. Number 5, Autumn Sonata, 1978. Directed by cinema master Ingmar Bergman, this legendary film strips away the polite facades of family gatherings to expose raw generational wounds. A world-famous concert pianist visits her estranged daughter after a painful 7-year separation. What begins as a tense, quiet reunion quickly transforms over the course of one long, sleepless night into an explosive verbal war. The boundaries of parental politeness completely disintegrate as the daughter unleashes decades of repressed rage over her mother's cold neglect. It is a terrifyingly intimate look at the moment a parent-child dynamic crosses the line from love into pure psychological warfare. Number 6, Chinatown, 1974. This definitive neo-noir masterpiece uses a massive citywide water conspiracy to hide a much darker, horrifyingly personal corruption. As private investigator Jake Gittes digs deeper into a mystery involving the wealthy Mulray family, he uncovers a multi-generational web of abuse and absolute power. The ultimate reveal of the film is a punch to the gut, laying bare a horrific family trauma protected at all costs by a ruthless, powerful patriarch who believes his wealth places him completely above the laws of society and nature alike. It is a haunting exploration of absolute power crossing the ultimate line. Number 7, Only God Forgives, 2013. Set against the neon-drenched criminal underworld of Bangkok, this hyper-stylized thriller features one of the most terrifyingly manipulative mothers in cinematic history. Driven by a ruthless criminal matriarch, the plot kicks into overdrive when she arrives to demand that her son avenge his brother's brutal death. The relationship crosses every healthy boundary, as the mother uses pure psychological warfare, emasculation, and criminal devotion to strip away her son's autonomy. She forces him to commit horrific acts of violence to preserve the family's honor, showing how familial loyalty can easily mutate into a prison sentence. Number 8. Vanya on 42nd Street, 1994. This brilliant, minimalist adaptation of Anton Chekhov's classic play Uncle Vanya captures the slow, agonizing collapse of a domestic household. The quiet routine of a country estate is completely upended when an elderly, pompous professor and his beautiful, much younger wife return to live there. Suddenly, years of buried resentment, unrequited passion, and financial betrayal bubble to the surface. Characters cross deep emotional boundaries as secret infatuation and bitter financial arguments push the family members to their absolute breaking points, proving that years of forced proximity can make any family line dangerously thin. Number 9. Bleak Moments, 1971. Mike Leigh's phenomenal debut film takes a completely different approach, looking at the quiet, suffocating weight of domestic duty when it transforms into an emotional cage. The story follows a fiercely patient woman trapped in an intense, socially isolating routine as she cares for her sister. There are no explosive arguments or loud confrontations here. Instead, the movie crosses the line into a deeply moving exploration of agonizing emotional boundaries. It shows how the unspoken expectations of family responsibility can quietly drain a person's life, creating a suffocating codependency where true connection becomes impossible. Number 10. The Dreamers, 2003. Set against the chaotic backdrop of the 1968 Paris student riots, this visually lush film explores the absolute isolation of youth. An impressionable American student is invited into the luxurious bohemian apartment of a French brother and sister while their parents are away. The three of them seal themselves off from the outside world, creating their own rules and testing extreme social and physical taboos within the domestic space. The film is a fascinating, dreamy exploration of what happens when young adults live in complete isolation from reality, allowing the boundaries of friendship and family to completely melt away. Number 11. The Celebration, Festen, 1998. As the groundbreaking pioneer of the Dogme 95 film movement, this Danish drama delivers one of the most shocking dinner scenes in movie history. A wealthy, highly respected family gathers at a grand country estate to celebrate the patriarch's 60th birthday. The polite upper-class facade is completely obliterated when the eldest son stands up to give a formal toast and instead exposes a dark, systemic history of hidden trauma within the household. The film is an intense, raw look at the moment. A survivor refuses to stay silent, publicly shattering the family line to force accountability. Number 12. Cruel Intentions, 1999. Bringing the classic novel Dangerous Liaisons into a wealthy, modern New York high school setting, this sleek thriller shows the dark side of teenage manipulation. Two incredibly wealthy, cynical step-siblings share a highly competitive, intensely flirtatious relationship within their luxurious penthouse. To amuse themselves, they enter into a high-stakes wager to manipulate and ruin the lives of the innocent people around them. Using their mutual attraction, shared household status, and total lack of empathy, they cross every line of emotional warfare, turning their own home into the staging ground for a dangerous, toxic game of human chess. Number 13. Close My Eyes, 1991. We finish our list with a volatile, highly controversial British drama set during a sweltering, intense English summer. The narrative follows a young man and his estranged older sister who unexpectedly reunite as adults after years of living completely separate lives. As they spend more time together in the intense heat, their natural familial affection crosses the ultimate boundary into a passionate, deeply secretive romantic affair. The film pulls no punches in exploring the intense psychological fallout, overwhelming guilt, and quiet devastation that occurs when a family line is crossed so completely that it can never be rebuilt. Which of these intense family boundaries shocked you the most? If you love deep dives into cinema history and hidden movie gems, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more. See you in the next video.